Present, good morning.
Good morning po. Also in attendance is Engineer Jaime M. Cosa.
Present, good morning.
Good morning po. We also have the representative of end user representative as provisional members.
Sino yan?
Also present are the BAC TWG members and the BAC Secretariat. We also have an observer.
Thank you. Let's have the prayer, please.
Uphold fairness, integrity, accountability, and transparency. May our action reflect the highest standards of honesty and justice, and may we be held accountable for our choices and conduct. Help us to be transparent in our intentions and communications, ensuring that our service is grounded in trust and truth. Grant us the wisdom and strength to uphold these values in all that we do. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Okay. TWG.
Thank you, sir. Uh, Mr. Chairman, sir, I would like to propose an addition to our agenda under other matters, if the committee would allow, sir. One item from the technical working group to present the drafted letter in response to the request for reconsideration sent by Philcax on the Iloilo ILS project, sir, for the consideration of the committee. Yes, sir.
Sige, please.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Moving on to our agenda item. First is the submission and opening of bids for the project, as shown on the screen. Supply and delivery of IT equipment, desktop and software, printers, and conference room equipment under bid number 24087-10 Bravo. For this project, Mr. Chair, we did not receive any bid proposal. And with that, the technical working group recommends the failure of bidding for this project. And for the information of the committee, Mr. Chair, this is the second time the failure of bidding has happened. And supplementary to that recommendation, Mr. Chair, the technical working group also recommends that the committee consider the negotiated procurement as the next step for the procurement of this project.
Motion, Mr. Chair.
Yes, please.
Motion to adopt the recommendation of the technical working group for the declaration of failure of bidding for the project, supply and delivery of IT equipment, and conference room equipment, and an FSIS LCD project. And number two, for a negotiated procurement for this project.
Second.
I second the motion, Mr. Chair.
Motion is approved. Negotiation.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Moving on. Moving on to our next agenda item, the pre-bid conference for the project preventive maintenance and testing of 1.5 MVA substation and switchgears of Philippine ATMC under bid number 24092-10 Bravo. ANS as the end user will do the presentation, sir. Secretariat, do we have any prospective bidders online or in-person attendance to join this conference? To our prospective bidders joining online, Could you please identify yourself by telling us your name and the company you represent for this conference? Thank you. Miss April Buado, would like to confirm if your attendance to this meeting is for the pre-bid conference for the project. Also calling the attention of Mr. Rainier San Antonio and Supervisor Exquis.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Yes, good morning. This is April Buwado from Epitax Claro.
Good morning, this is Marano Galardo from Exclusive Business Union.
For better clarity, sir, madam, could you please type in those information you just mentioned for records purposes po? How about Mr. Rainier San Antonio? Mr. San Antonio, if you cannot use your microphone, please do the same by providing the information in the chat box. Thank you. We'll proceed, Mr. Chair, with the presentation.
Please proceed.
Okay, good morning, Mr. Chair. Uh, Let me first share my presentation po. Ayan. Request. Hi, good morning, Mr. Chair. For the pre-bid conference for the preventive maintenance and testing of 1.5 MVA substation and switchgear of Philippine ATM Center. For the ABC of this project is 1,971,961.80 pesos. The source of fund is from the repair and maintenance and expenses, and its CBA Number is 2408091, dated August 30, 2024. And the project duration is 60 calendar days. So, invitation for to bid for the preventive maintenance and testing of 1.5 MVA substation and switchgear of Philippine ATM Center. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, through CAAP Corporate Operating Budget for FY 2024, intends to apply the sum of 1,971,961 and 80 pesos, 0.80 pesos, being the ABC to payment under the contract for bid number 24092-10 Bravo. Bids received in excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at bid opening. The CAAP now invites bids for the above procurement project. Delivery of goods is required within 60 calendar days. Bidders should have completed within 7 years from the date of submission and receipt of bids a contract similar to the project. The description of the eligible bidder is contained in the bidding documents, particularly in Section 2, Instruction to Bidders. Bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedure using a non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in 2016 revised IRR of Republic Act 9184. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizen, sole proprietorship, partnership, or organization with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to citizens of the Philippines, and to citizens or organization of a country, the law and regulation which grant similar rights or privilege to Filipino citizens pursuant to RA 5183. Prospective bidders may obtain further information from BAC Secretariat of CAAP, Mia Road, Pasay City, and inspect the bidding documents at the address given above from 8 o'clock a.m. to 5 o'clock p.m. Monday to Friday, except declared holidays and suspensions of work. Upon payment of the bid documents, bidder must provide their respective email addresses to BAC Secretariat. All communications, including but not limited to notices, resolutions, and replies, among others, will be sent to the email address provided by the bidders. The date when such email was sent shall be considered the date of receipt of bids for the purpose of complying with requirements under RA 9184. Bidders must also check the PhilJEP's website, CAAP website, and BAC Secretariat for any bid bulletins and announcement related to the bidding. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders until deadline of submission of bids from the given address and website below upon payment of the applicable fees for the bidding documents pursuant to latest guidelines issued by GPPB in the amount of 5,000 pesos, exclusive of any and all taxes imposed by relevant government agencies. The procuring entity shall allow the bidders to present its proof of payment for the fees through email. The CAAP holds this pre-bid conference through video conferencing or webcasting via Google Meet application, which shall be open to prospective bidders who will coordinate with BAC Secretariat for the Google Meet link. Bidders must be duly received by BAC Secretariat through manual submission at the office address indicated below on or before November 25, 2024, 9 o'clock a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable form and in the amount stated in ITB Clause 14. Bid opening shall be on November 25, 2024, 9:30 a.m. at the given address. Bids will be opened in the presence of bidders' representative who choose to attend the activity. The CAAP reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to the contract award in accordance with Section 35.6 and 41 of 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidders. So for further information, please refer to Engineer Leandro R. Barquez, Head BAC Secretariat, CAAP, Mia Road, Pasay City, Metro Manila. So the email website and the telephone number is shown. Or you may also visit the following websites for downloading for bidding documents: www.philjeps.gov.ph and www.caap.gov.ph. So for the instructions to bidders, I will just be reading the necessary provisions. So for clause number 5.3, for the purpose, the contract similar to the project shall be preventive maintenance and testing of 1.5 MVA substation and switchgears, or maintenance of power or distribution transformers, generators, and other electrical apparatus, or maintenance of medium voltage and or high voltage electrical substation, and completed within 7 years prior to the deadline of submission and receipt of bids. For clause number 10, the corresponding BDS is the bidders are required to submit the following as part of the technical documents: proof of supporting documents, documentary requirements of the bidder's statement of compliance with technical specifications required under Section 7, technical specification as applicable. Certificate of site inspection issued by Philippine ATMC, ANSFIC, or its representative, and a photocopy of ATMC logbook entry showing the date, time, and person visited the site. Also, a photocopy clearly showing the person who visited the site with the assisting CNSSO or ALPT on duty and substation or switchgear as background. A copy of valid PRC ID of the registered electrical engineer who will directly supervise during the maintenance and testing. An authorized certificate of employment of the registered electrical engineer who will supervise or directly supervise the maintenance activity. Employment status must be permanent for a year or more to the company during the submission of bids, and a duly signed and authorized certification and undertaking. For clause number 12, the price and goods shall be quoted DPP CAAP, Mia Road, Pasay City, or the applicable Incoterms for this project. For clause number 14, the bid security shall be in a form of the securing declaration or any of the following form and amount. The amount of not less than 39,438.35, which is equivalent to 2% of the ABC, if the bid is in cash, cashier's manager's check, bank draft, guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit, or the amount of not less than 98,595.85 pesos, which is equivalent to 5% of the ABC, if bid security is in surety bond. So, for clause number Okay, for the special conditions of the contract, for clause number 1, the delivery and documents, the delivery terms applicable to this contract are delivered at Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, Philippine ATM Center, Pasay City. And for the purpose of this clause, the procuring entity's representative at the project site is Engineer Julius D. Resquier, NCR Field Office Chief. So for clause number 2, there will be no advance payment and full payment upon completion acceptance of end user. For the special conditions of the contract, clause number 4, test results stated in section 7, technical specification, shall conform with the following. All test instruments that will be used during the testing shall be calibrated and must be supported by a valid certificate of calibration. Final testing shall be conducted in the presence of Philippine ATM Center ANS personnel and anode representative. Test methodology and result shall be in accordance with the latest NETA, IEEE, or IEC requirements. Test result must be signed and submitted in agreed form between contractor and CAAP anode. And final test result must be signed and sealed by a registered professional electrical engineer together with a copy of the current PRC license, ID, and professional tax receipt. For the schedule of the requirements, the deliverables are the mobilization, demobilization, winding insulation test, winding resistance test with polarization, insulation, power factor and capacitance or partial discharge test, impedance test, dissolved gas analysis, turns ratio test, thermal imagery for hotspot of transformer, point contact resistance test for the switch gears, protection, trip setting calibration of the switch gears, insulation resistance test of the switch gears, transformer HIPAA test if that's necessary, grounding system test of all buildings including lighting arrestor inspection, cleaning and inspection of transformer and switch gear for any sign of damage or leak, and method of working procedure which will be approved by anode. So this is one lot, and the delivery time is 60 calendar days. So that's all, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Sir Albert. We'd like to invite our prospective bidders to raise their questions or clarifications on the requirements of the project. Please do use your microphone if you want to raise your question, sir, madam. Yes, Supervisor X-Quiz, go ahead po.
Hello, good morning, sir. Sa ano lang, technical, uh, ask ko lang yung uh, sa ano, sa protection trip settings, calibration, 26 sets, 5 years. Sa low voltage na to, sa HV, sir.
Oh. So it's on the low voltage side po, sir. Although for the transformer, we have a medium voltage on the primary side. Pero most
Sa,
of the switch gears are on the low voltage side.
okay. Ano yung mga branch sir ng mga breakers niya? Kasi iba-ibang branch sir, iba-iba rin yung trip unit na ginagamit sir.
Sir, pardon po, medyo hindi dami na intindihan.
Bali sir sa ano, sa protection and trip settings calibration. Need kasi natin yung brand para malaman natin kung
Sir, maybe it would be better if you can type your question na lang. It's difficult for us to
okay, sir.
hear your.
Mr. Chair, if I may. Anyway, sir, we have a site inspection requirement. So maybe during the site inspection, they can see kung ano yung scope doon sa site mismo.
Mandatory.
Mandatory po.
Would that suffice, Sir Supervisor X-Quiz? The mandatory site inspection would be able to address your query? Thank you, sir. Moving on to the next prospective bidder, NAR Power. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good morning. This is Greg from NAR Power. Question ko po is, kailan po yung date of inspection po?
Sir, anytime naman po as long as Monday to Friday siya and then 8 to 5, you will be securing the necessary permit from the CSIS prior to the inspection.
Noted, sir. Email na lang po namin yung list of personnel.
Opo, sir.
Okay, salamat po. Thank you.
That same applies to all prospective bidders who wishes to have the site inspected po, ano? You need to secure the security permit to be able to visit the site po. Anything else? Hearing none, Mr. Chair, would like to inform our prospective bidders that they are still allowed to submit their further queries or clarifications about the requirements of their project in writing addressed to the committee through the Secretariat 10 days, up to 10 days before the submission and opening of bids. Is that clear po? I hope that's clear.
Sir Norik,
Yes,
if I
ma'am.
may po, the
Go ahead
chair.
po.
May habol na question po sa chat box.
Yes, ma'am, we saw the question.
So for the PPE po, wala naman kaming required na specific na PPE during the site inspection. However, during the conduct of the activity, dun meron. Sir, send nyo na lang po yung email nyo for the site inspection with the BAC Secretariat yan, sir. Ano? For sa amin na lang. You can send the request for the site inspection either sa BAC Secretariat or sa anod at caap.gov.ph.
Any other questions po? Alright, hearing none po. Again, we'd like to inform everyone, all our prospective bidders, that you are still allowed to submit all your further queries, clarifications about the requirements of the project 10 days up to 10 days before the submission and opening of bids po. With that, thank you for joining the pre-bid conference. You can now be excused. And with that, Mr. Chair, we'd like to recommend the formal conclusion of the pre-bid conference and move on to the next agenda item.
Yes, please.
Thank you, sir. Secretariat, please make sure that previous attendees of the pre-bid conference meeting agenda is already excused, and we'll be moving on to the next item, which is the pre-bid conference for the project supply and delivery of 300 watts, 230 volts LED floodlights for various airports under bid number 24091-10 Bravo. ANS, as the end user, will do the presentation. And once again, Secretariat, would like to invite the prospective bidders for this project. Thank you.
Can I proceed, Mr. Chair? So thank you. So for the supply and delivery of 300 watts, 230 volts LED floodlight for various airports, the ABC of this project is 1,870,000 pesos. The source of fund is from other supplies and materials and expenses. And the CBA number is 24081169 dated September 16, 2024. And the duration of the project is 60 calendar days. So, invitation to the bid for the supply and delivery of 300 watts, 230 volts LED floodlights for various airports. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, through CAAP Corporate Operating Budget for FY 2024, intends to apply the sum of 1,840,000 pesos, being the ABC to payment under contract bid number 24-091-10 Bravo. Bids received in the excess of the ABC shall be automatically rejected at the bid opening. The CAAP now invites bids for the above procurement project. Delivery of the goods is required within 60 calendar days. Bidders should have completed within 5 years from the date of submission and receipt of bids a contract similar to the project. The description of an eligible bidder is contained in the bidding documents, particularly in Section 2. Bidding will be conducted through open competitive bidding procedure using a non-discretionary pass-fail criterion as specified in 2016 revised implementing rules and regulation of RA 9184. Bidding is restricted to Filipino citizen, sole proprietorship, partnership, or organization with at least 60% interest or outstanding capital stock belonging to citizens of the Philippines, and to citizens or organization of a country, the law or regulation which grants similar rights or privileges to Filipino citizens pursuant to RA 5183. Prospective bidders may obtain further information from BAC Secretariat, CAAP, Mio Road, Pasay City, and inspect the bidding documents at the address given below from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday to Friday, except declared holidays and suspension of work. Upon payment of bid documents, bidders must provide the respective email address to BAC Secretariat. All communications, including but not limited to notices, resolutions, and replies, among others, will be sent to the email address provided by the bidders. The date when such email was sent shall be considered the date and receipt of bidders for the purpose of complying with the requirements under RA 9184. Bidders must also check the PhilJEP's website, CAAP website, and BAC Secretariat for any bid bulletins and announcement related to the bidding. A complete set of bidding documents may be acquired by interested bidders until deadline submission of bids from the given address and website below upon payment of the applicable fees for the bidding documents pursuant to the latest guidelines issued by GPPB in the amount of 5,000 pesos, exclusive of any and all taxes imposed by relevant government agencies. The procuring entity shall allow the bidder to present its proof of payment for the fees through email. The CAAP holds this pre-bid conference through video conferencing or webcasting via Google Meet application, which shall be open to prospective bidders who will coordinate with the BAC Secretariat for the Google Meeting link. Bidders must be duly received by the BAC Secretariat through manual submission at the office address indicated below on or before November 25, 2024, 9:30 a.m. Late bids shall not be accepted. All bids must be accompanied by a bid security in any of the acceptable forms in the amount stated in ITB Clause 14. Bid opening shall be on November 25, 2024, 9:30 a.m. at the given address. Bids will be open in the presence of bidder's representative who chose to attend the activity. The CAAP reserves the right to reject any and all bids, declare a failure of bidding, or not award the contract at any time prior to contract award in accordance with Section 35.6 and 41 of 2016 IRR of RA 9184 without thereby incurring any liability to the affected bidders. So for further information, please refer to Engineer Leandro R. Barquez, Head BAC Secretariat, Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, Mia Road, Pasay City. The telephone number is shown and also the website. Or you may also visit the website www.philjeps.gov.ph and www.caap.gov.ph. So for the instruction to bidder with corresponding BDS, only the pertinent provisions will be shown. So for clause number 5, the corresponding BDS is for the purpose of the contract similar to the project shall be supply and delivery of LED floodlights and its accessories and completed within 5 years prior to the deadline of submission and receipt of bids. For clause number 10, bidders are required to submit the following as part of the technical documents: a proof and other supporting documentary evidence of the bidder's statement of compliance with the technical specification required under Section 7, technical specification as applicable. B. Certificate of distributorship from brand the floodlighting fixture is offered, a technical specification of the lighting fixture, and duly signed and notarized certificate and undertaking. For Section 12, the price of goods shall be quoted DDP, CAAP, Mia Road, Pasay City, or the applicable Incoterms for this project. For clause number 14, the bid security shall be in a form of bid security declaration or any of the following forms in the amount of not less than 36,800 pesos, which is equivalent to 2% of ABC, if bid security is in cash, cashier's or manager's check, bank draft or guarantee, or irrevocable letter of credit, or the amount of not less than 92,000 pesos, which is equivalent to 5% of ABC, if bid security is in surety bond. So for the special conditions of the contract, for clause number 1, the delivery terms applicable to this contract are delivered in ANS Logistics, Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines, Pasay City. And for the purpose of this clause, the procuring entity's representative at the project site is Engineer Darwin V. Calio, Division Chief 3, Anod. So there will be no advance payment and full payment upon completion and acceptance of the end user. For clause number 4, the test results stated in Section 7, technical specification, shall conform with the following. Physical inspection will be conducted during the delivery for physical damages. And floodlight must be individually packed with cushioning materials to protect the item during shipping. Brand name brand, name of product, and standard to which the product conforms must be visible on the outer surface of the packaging. For the schedule of requirements, so LED floodlight complete with driver and bracket. So this is the quantity is 17 sets, and the delivery days is 60 calendar days. For the technical specification, as shown, so this is also available in the bid documents. Okay, so that's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Sir Albert. We are now opening the floor for any questions or clarifications from our prospective bidders regarding the requirements of the project. For the record, as seen in the chat box, we have two prospective bidders who responded to the instruction of the Secretariat. Questions from the two prospective bidders? I'm sorry, I stand corrected. There are three. Hearing none, Mr. Chair, we'd like, anyway,
Mr. Chair, if I may, the original bid documents stated that there are 8, but we have issued a bid bulletin for this. So it will be 17. From 8 magiging 17 sets po. So forward na yung bid bulletin, sir.
hearing none, no question, Mr. Chair, to any of our prospective bidders. Would like to inform our prospective bidders that they are still allowed to submit their clarifications or questions about the requirements of this project up to 10 days before the submission and opening of bids. And with that, Mr. Chair, we'd like to formally close this pre-bid conference, and we'd like to thank the participation and attendance of our prospective bidders for this project.
Okay.